Hi, everybody. It's Janet, and we're here at Fruit of the Vine Art Studio in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I really appreciate you being here. I'd love it when you hop on if you just say hey and tell me where you're watching from. Anyway, I just wanted to show you a couple of the things that we do in the Kids Club. Here's some of our recent crafts that we just made. Now, this is a wreath, and it's made with toilet paper tubes. As you can see, it's just glued together pieces of toilet tube. You can see it much better if I hold it here in front of my shirt. That's a toilet tube wreath. That's one of the crafts that we make in my kids club. And then here we just made this recently. Little Valentine heart card. Just a card to make someone for Valentine's Day. And we also did that with a toilet tube. So when I say that, you know, that we're just using common household things that you would most likely throw away, well, really, you don't really keep toilet tubes, but if you can make some really cute crafts like this using them, hey, why not? You know, we do a lot of different things. We use coffee filters, paper plates, all kinds of things, but just usually regular stuff that you got right at your house. If you're interested in the Kids Club, just send me a message or leave a comment here in regards to it. Tonight, I don't know, this beautiful weather out here has really been wild here in Cincinnati. It's been, the last few days have been absolutely gorgeous. I wore a hoodie today. You didn't need any kind of a winter coat. And, you know, I'm not kidding myself. I know winter's here, and it's not going anywhere for a while. Although, I don't know. That groundhog did say that we was going to have an early spring, didn't he? I'm kind of counting on that myself. Seems like he might be right if we can keep up with what's going on out there right now. They say it's going to start raining, though, soon, so, but I'm not complaining. It's been beautiful. And with it being so nice out there, it's like I just don't have that wintry feeling to paint. And I thought, well, you know, where would I like to be? Oh, I'd like to be somewhere on a beach. Yeah, I love lighthouses. I have them all over my living room. So I'm just going to do a little lighthouse on a hillside. So I'm going to tilt you down and zoom you in. I feel like something's in my eye. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Put you right there and just tilt that part down. Zoom you up a little bit. There we go. That's good. What's in the way? Cups? Yep, my water cups. We'll put them over here on this side. Okay, now this is just a quick drawing that I did here that really shouldn't take too awfully long to do. I'm going to get me out some yellow here, and a little bit of red, and a little bit of blue. A little bit of yellow. Put that right there. That cherry red. I don't want that bright red. I want that bright red. A little bit of bright red. Let's see, I'm going to need just a speckle of purple. And I want to get some blue. Where is that darker blue? I'm going to go with this bright blue. No, I'm going to go with this darker blue. I'm going to use the darker blue for right now. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Now, I haven't painted my background or any of that stuff. I'm just going to go straight from here where we're at. And I'm going to start out with a little bit of yellow here. And I'm going to work it. Well, wait, I might want to get me a little bit of white, because I kind of want a pretty creamy substance there. a little bit of the white and mix it with this yellow. And now you're not going to see the actual sun in this particular painting. You're just going to see where it's at over here, this light coloring that's going to be up here. It's going to gradually get a little more yellow. And then we're going to get a little bit of red, mix that in with it. Just going to kind of bring that into it here. Now I'm going to blend this a little bit in just a second here. But for now, we're just going to kind of bring it along right here. A little more of the red. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to dry. Use it dry and pull this yellow, a little bit of the orange through it. Pull it right along through here with this dry brush. I kind of want to leave that darker red right there, that streak of darker red. And then I'm just going to take this and set it down right here in this water and get this, and I'm going to wipe most of this off. I'm just wiping it off on my paper towel. Go back to this, and we'll get me some more of this little creamy yellow. And I'm just going to kind of bring it out just a little bit further here. Okay, so that looks pretty. Let me get just a little bit of that. Move it in just a little bit right in here. And then I'm going to get just a touch of purple. Just a little bit darker up here at the top. I'm doing this like feather light, not really hardly touching it. Just feather light, lifting it back and forth. Now this I'm going to press a little more down because I can still see the white through there, and I don't want to see the white, but I don't want this to be real purple in here either. I just want that to be a little bit. I want the purple to be more right along this area in here, maybe a little bit down in here. Let me get some of that. As you can tell, I'm just barely getting paint on the tip of my brush. And we're just going to bring it right in there a little bit. I'm going to get some of the blue and mix it with some white. So let me get a glob of white here. And just a little bit of blue. And maybe a little bit of purple added into that. Okay. Maybe a little more purple in there. This guy's still got a little bit of the blue to it back in here. And bring it right up to the edge of the lighthouse. And get a little more purple and mix in there. Pull it out a little bit. You can kind of see it gradually getting just a little bit more of a lighter blue now. Bring it right up along through there. This needs to be this color right inside of there. Doesn't have to be extremely thick on there though. And we're going to put a little more of this, get me a little more of that white and mix that in with this blue. A little more white. Bring it right into here. And I want to get it a little bit darker just towards the bottom here. Yep, let me just kind of blend these together right here a little bit so it doesn't have such a... Let me get just a little bit of this. Move it along here a little bit. Just a little. Okay. Now you can see the sky there. Now let me see, I'm going to need some of the darker blue. I'm going to turn this towards me for a second here. Put that right here. Don't want that yellow to show through too much. And then I want some of that to come along here, and down through here, and out over here a little bit. And I'm going to add just a touch of white. Don't want too much of a difference. And here. Get a little more of the light. Gotta get it right in here blended. Okay. That's looking alright. That's looking alright, and I gotta get it lighter here, but I still need some of the darker, some of the little bit darker blue. I want some of that darker blue to go like right along through here. And then some of this. Here. And get some of the lighter light. You got a rock. You got a rock here. And that was a rock there until I drew over top of it. I don't know what I'm doing there. I'll have to fix that with the white in just a little bit. We'll put the rock back. Gotta kind of keep that almost sort of straight in here. A few little whiter spots in here maybe. Let me see, maybe a little more lighter up in here. We got that sun reflecting here, or not the sun actually, but the reflection of the light, because the sun's off to the side. We don't actually see the sun here. Okay. So now we've kind of got a little bit of a watery background going on right there, just a little bit. We'll work on bringing that more to life here. Bring this over in here. Just a little bit of dark. You got to have some shading and things, a little bit of dark in there. Okay. So now we're going to work a little bit on this area down here, and I'm going to get me some green. I need a nice dark green. I don't know that I have a good dark green over here, do I? What do we got here? Grass green. Kelly green. Looks about the same, honestly. What are you? Nope, you're not it. I should have got all my paints out before I got started, but once again, I didn't. Once again, I did not. So here we are, Janet's digging through the paint. No, I don't think I want teal. I think that's darker. Get this green out. Which one is it? Kelly green. It's the Kelly green, and I'm going to get a little bit of black. And I'm going to get, where did that brush go? No, I don't want that brush. I want this brush. Get it wet. Okay. Turn this around towards me here with the green and the black. And I'm going to get me some of the green over here. And I'm going to add a touch of black to it. Because with black, it's better to start with a small touch, because you can always add more, because if you add a glob, then you're going to use lots and lots of the green to try to make it lighter, because adding white at that point is not going to be the shade that you want. Okay, I'm going to add a little more black to it. I want it to be a little bit darker than that. That looks pretty good. And we're just going to take this, and this is going to be just like up in here. So we got some grass just coming up along through here. Now we'll work some more on that after we get our lighthouse worked in, but for now we're just going to get some of the dark green in the background here. And that comes kind of down along underneath here, underneath the lighthouse area, and we'll work on bringing up some little straggly fronds as we go about it here. And then it kind of shoots up through here as well. So we're just going to kind of, let me get this just a drop of water in here, kind of get it a little bit looser. I'm going to draw some grassy type bushy things coming up over here off of the hillside. And just add some of the dark down in here. And we're going to make this as a little pathway that's going to come down a little bit. Actually, it's just some green. It's not really the pathway. It's just going to be a area where there's grass. Kind of darken that up right in here. Let me see. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Okay. That comes across right through here. into here. It's hard for me to tell what I'm doing here upside down. Let me look at this. Where is this? Where is this? Okay, yeah, this is those rocks right there. I've got another rock that goes. Don't want you to be too black. Gotta have a little. We gotta work on it too, though, so. Here's the little rock sticking up out of the water. We'll give him some shading in just a second here, but for now he's just kind of sticking up there, a little rock sticking up out of the water. Not a volcano, though. He doesn't need to look volcano-ish. Let's make him come over more like that. Okay, yeah, that's a little better there. And let's see, I got a little rock over here that kind of comes out a little bit. And just kind of goes up. He has a little hump on him there. Kind of goes across right there. Around like that. Okay, and then this is this dark shading down in here. Comes a little bit up around through here some. This darker, almost black type color. Bring it right across into here. Right along through there. Get too crazy with it though now. Okay. Now you can kind of see what we got going there. There's just, this is going to be, well, we'll see as we go exactly what it's going to be. Let me get this right here. And we're going to get that wet. Get some black. I got to bring this right here. Got a little, almost half moon shaped top. We're letting that stuff down there dry while we're going to work on this up here. And then there's a little ball type and another little, and then just sort of bring this up to a point. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of where the glass is. This got to come over just a little bit there. There we go. That looks better. Okay. And then I'm going to get a little bit of red on the tip of here. Darken it up just a little bit with that black that's on there right now. Make a little red square right here. Get a little water in it. That ought to be better. Nope, that's got the light red on the dark red. here underneath that. Just blend that light red right in there with it. I done got it on it, so not a lot I can do about that now, is there? Bring it on down here. Okay. Back to the black. Bring that right across here. Put one there. Let's see. Put one here. Oh, it made it crooked, didn't I? I'm not sure if you can even see them. Now you can. Now you can. Okay, and then this is a little flared area down here that comes out. I'm going to turn it my way. Fill this in with the black. Get too close to that. I'm trying to make that look straight, as it does not. Maybe it's me. Sometimes it's just me looking at things thinking, that doesn't look right, that doesn't look straight, that doesn't look right, that doesn't look straight. Okay, I'm going to put this brush over here in the water for a minute. I'm going to go into this red. Add a little bit of water to it. Okay, and then this is going to be darker looking red, just a little bit over in this area. It's going to get a lot darker if I drag it in that black, isn't it? And then we'll get a little bit brighter red. Just sort of bring it on over here. Leave that little window right there. Just kind of bring that right up here. All right. Now the next little piece is a whitish one, and we're going to add some blue to it. I'm going to get some of this. Bluish white. Put it over here on this side. Just sort of pull that around. I need a little bit of water in it. Just a little. That's better. And then we'll just get some straight white. And put it over here. And pull it over into the blue. Just like that. Okay. Back to the red. This is sort of darker on this side. And then we'll just get the bright red and pull it right into it. I'm just painting away, guys. I haven't even looked up to see if anybody's commenting or anything. I'm just on top of this painting. Let's get that brighter red right here. The blue might need to be a little bit deeper blue on that white. I have to give it a chance when it dries. We'll see. This one's all, let's see, all the way up into this window. Get this. And then get the white. Pull it across into this blue. And then I'm going to get me just a little bit of black and touch it into the white and make me a slight gray color. That's too dark a gray. here, and there, and that window. A little square in that window. I think it needs to be a little bit darker for this one then. Okay. Now you can see that. Let me see. Put that right there. Little bitty birds off in the distance. You're a little closer, so we're going to make you a little bit better. Just a little bit better looking. Okay, so now you can see a few little birds off in the distance flying. Just some seagulls flying around in the sky back there. Okay, so now I'm going to get some of the blue and mix it in with this. I want it to be darker than that. Making me a funky looking blue, that's for sure. But I'm going to use it as a... Well, you're going to see what I'm going to do. I can tell you what I'm doing, but it doesn't really matter until you see what I'm doing. Put it right in there like this, and right in there like that. And then it needs to be right in here, like this. And let me that. We'll do that. I'll have to work on that then, won't I? Okay, that's all right. I'm not going to keep doing that. That's about as much of that as I need. But some of that's got to come over this way a little bit. Hey, Steve, thanks for commenting. I appreciate that. A little bit of blue and purple right here, just a little. Okay, that's enough of that. I need to start using some of the, I need some gold out. And I just saw that gold. You've never been open. Well, it's time to open you. I have a hard time getting these things off of here. So I take the lid off. And that'll work for now. I'll fight with that later. I just want to get some paint out. And maybe a drop of that orange. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get some of this. Get my brush back out. Still a little purple. Let's get that cleaned. Okay. So let me get some of this creamy gold. And add a little bit of yellow to it. Make me a yellow gold. And then that's going to be up in here. Down over this way. Get a little darker gold. Drag it in there too. Get a little bit of darker gold. Kind of build this up on the edge a little. Just kind of working this around in here a little bit. It's making a little bit of a hillside there, and then we've got the sand that's down here in the You can just kind of fill this in with the gold, and then we can always make the highlights on this. Shoot, I could probably do this with my chip brush. Okay, so now we're going to use a little bit of the red, add it to this tan gold color. Make it a little bit darker up in here. And just add some of that in here. Some spots. Get a little bit of this orange. Work it in there. I know it doesn't look right at the second, but we're going to work on that. Get back to the gold. Tone it down. Okay, now get me this yellow light one. I'm going to run it in a couple of spots. Let me see, we want it to be lighter right in here. Let me lighten that up a little bit. Just creating some lighter spots. Make a few of the That's all right. Talking to myself, as usual. I'm just going to bring this white right along this edge. Give me a little bit of blue in here. I'm not very good at doing that. You can kind of see that it's meant to be the shore. And that's the water coming up on the edge there. You can tell what I'm trying to achieve here. Okay, let me get just a little bit of this blue blacky color. Yeah. And we'll just put a couple of little just a couple of little reflections on this rock. Just a couple. I'm not going to do too much of that. We're going to put one here maybe. Right on the top of it. And right in there, and then maybe a little spot right on the top of that. Drag the finest of the line. Out of the side of it there. I don't know. Does that help that look more like little rocks, I guess? Sort of out there in the water. I suppose a little bit it does. We can kind of bring that along through here. Okay. Going back to that green black. Make it a little lighter green. No, I don't think I did. I made it a darker green. we're just going to add some little bit of variation to the darkness here. Get a little bit of light in there. I don't want it to be too daggone light though. Push that back up in there. Get some of that grass up in here. Okay. Let me get water on this. For some reason I ain't getting it thin enough. Fill in these little spots that are showing up there. See all the grass kind of flying around there. Let's put a couple. Make that a little lighter spot there. I don't know, guys. I think I'm pretty well done with it. I don't know what else I need to do. I'm still looking at it thinking, well, what else can I do? This is a little different looking down in this area. Maybe I could, maybe I should, huh? Quit while I'm ahead? That is probably what I should do. I'm just going to kind of blob that a little bit with more green. Because that should be some small bushes or something down in here. So we'll just kind of build them up right there. Hey, Steve. Thanks for joining me. hope you're having a good night. I'm just dragging some grass down here because I think this edge area looks odd with nothing down there. Okay, I'm going to leave it at this, I think. I think I need to stop. You know, I think this is time to just say, okay, I don't know. It really doesn't, I mean, it's sand dunes, but I'm having trouble making that look like sand, I think. So maybe I better just stop what I'm doing and say, well, I think it looks good from where it is, and I think I'm going to stop with it. The sky looks great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just going to sign it. I think I'm just going to say this is that. This is it. We're done with it here. I don't have a nice little fluid signature. It's all like broken into little pieces. But oh well, it's there. It's on it. Let me see. If I'm looking at it this way, I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm going to quit looking at it. I'm going to quit messing with it. And I'm going to call it done. Boop. That's it. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you being here tonight. I will see you again on Saturday. Bye.